What's good with the YouTube world? It's Jay Coffee back at it with another one, man. We got a lot of news on this one, a lot of different topics, but we got some real wild-ish going on. Real talk, man. So no delays, jumping right into it, man. What in the fuck is going on out here in the blogosphere? Like, this just seemingly came out of nowhere to me. Maybe I'm tripping, maybe I'm bugging, but shout out to the bro Wax Dog, dude whose channel I've been tapped into for a very long time, man. He's a beast with it, like real talk. He's got a cold edit game. At one point in time, man, he created like a new genre of videos that he was doing with like Muppets, like Kermit the Frog and ish, and editing ish together. Like, it was dope, man. It was funny as hell, man. Shout out to Wax Dog. But I got a video pinned below to Wax Dog's video. And listen, I know sometimes I mean to pin a video pertaining to what the fuck we're talking about, and I forget. Yo, the link's down there, real talk, man. But he puts up this video and like 1090 Jake and Hassan Campbell was beefing out here. Huh? Like, where did this come from? Again, maybe I'm bugging, maybe I missed this, but you see 1090 Jake's getting on the gram. He's talking about make it make sense. He's got the clips where one moment Hassan Campbell's like, yo, big shout out to 1090 Jake. He's official. And then literally the next moment, he's like, he's a colonizer, culture vulture, etc. Just going in on him. It's quite confusing. I don't get where it comes from, but there's a couple different clips out there. There's one where it's just 1090 and Hassan kind of arguing. But then the one that if you click on the Wax Dog video, it's on a whole another gentleman's platform. There's a couple individuals in there. Shout out to them. I'm not super in tune with who the individuals are, but they seem to do their thing with the content and everything. And, they're trying to kind of mediate this conversation between 1090 and Hassan Campbell. And it's just crazy. Like, Hassan's just coming at 1090 sideways. And again, 1090's like, yo, you always supported me. You shouted out. Now you're talking this other ish. Other people are tapping into the conversation. King AK-47's like, yo, Jake, don't even acknowledge this dude with going back and forth with him, because he's flat out clout chasing off your name and your momentum in the blogosphere. That's what King AK-47 said. What do y'all think, man? We know 1090 Jake been tearing it up in the YouTube streets, built up his platform like on a whole nother level of success. There's just been no stopping this guy. And we know Hassan Campbell is always beefing with people. That's like just what he does, you know what I mean? And King AK-47 was like, save that energy for Bam, right? Like how you got all this smoke for 1090, but nothing for Bam. That's what King AK-47 was saying. Like, I don't know. This just kind of seemingly came out of nowhere to me. I'm like, what in the fuck is going on? 1090's also saying some ish to the effect, because I don't know exactly what it was. Like, I don't know, like, real talk, when 1090 Jake is saying, make this make sense, like, for real, make it make sense, I'm confused, because a lot of the things, aside from the fact that Hassan just is seemingly kind of dissing him out of nowhere, unless I miss something, again, jump in the comments and fill me in, y'all, to anyone who is just tuning into the platform. That's what it's all about over here, hearing from y'all, the people, on all the different topics that we cover, hip-hop, music, other music, sports, current events, all that. We talk it all on this channel. So if I'm missing something, please help make it make sense. But 1090 was saying something about Hassan taking issue with something about Quando Rondo, and he's like, yo, you must want to interview this guy, because you went from talking super greasy about him to changing your whole tune-up. And he's like, we saw the way you were rocking with 6ix9ine. You wanted that interview. You switched up real quick on that one, which in the end, man, that was like a wild situation, man. Ended up in turn turning into an L for Hassan, with the whole ish that went down with Whack 100. It was over there on Academics platform. It was just all a mess. That's why I don't know why anyone collabs with Whack 100. Like, it's just never gonna go good. It's always gonna be some drama, some flunkery, You can't trust dude. He's snakish to the degree. But back to this situation, guys. What do y'all think about it? And Hassan Campbell was also making some statements more or less to 1090 Jake, like, you're gonna see it in your comments, more or less saying that, like, Hassan was kind of trying to put it out there like he has the power to stagnate 1090's process, like that he's gonna send individuals, his followers, to shut down his platform or slow up his success. I don't know if I buy that, man. I don't know. Like, what do y'all think about this jump in? This is just crazy, man. Like, did Hassan Campbell bump his head? Is he jealous of Jake? What do y'all think? Tap in.
I'm on my own. And Ashanti's coming to the studio every day, and our friendship and bond is naturally growing. And she used to wear these juicy sweats, and her ass was looking fat. Her ass was looking great.
Oh my God, you such a pearl.
One day, I was like, yo, I'll take you home. She said, "Bet, cool." We walk into a front door of a crib. She turns to say goodbye. And I just kiss her and grab her ass.
What?
Wow.
Oh my God.
It was like, what took you so long?
This.
All right, y'all. Irv Gotti is out here looking like, Fat Joe was calling him like the ultimate sucker, right? He's out here looking like the ultimate weirdo creep, right? You heard that clip and the individual reacting to it. She's like, this guy's like nasty or whatever the fuck she said. Everyone's, responding to this, and it's just like, yo, Irv Gotti is sick in the head. We heard recently how he was tripping about back when he had some kind of fling with Ashanti that Ashanti doesn't even acknowledge, right? And he's tripping and won't release her masters to her and everything. Like, he's salty, and he's just seeming like a real, almost like an offender, you know what I mean? Like, he pressed up on her in a weird way, because he was working with her in the studio, just separated her from his wife. That clip was from the Murder Inc. documentary. Comment and let me know if y'all been tapping into that at all. I guess part 3 aired last night. But Irv, like, it's creepy, yo. Like, Irv really, the way he's laying that story out, you could tell he thinks he's sounding cool or something. It's like, yo, you're sounding like a dirty old man or something, Irv Gotti. Like, you're real twisted out here, man. Like, real talk, watch people start turning their back on Irv and not wanting ish to do with them. Not that he really has a lot of people fucking with him like that currently, but watch Ja Rule stray away from Irv. Or y'all remember that Irv was tripping, like, I didn't find out Ashanti was not fucking with me no more. She was fucking with Nelly till I seen them together on TV. Yo, that's because y'all were never really together like that. You know what I mean? Like, y'all ever heard of R-word culture? I don't even want to say that on a video, right? But for real, like, more or less, this is my understanding. Again, guys, tap in and let me know if I'm tripping, if I'm bugging, if I'm a bit wrong about this. But R-word culture is more or less, where, to my understanding, again, in this situation, like the way Irv pretty much just kind of like pressed up on her, and it's just him and her, and I don't know, she more or less feels like she can't say no. You know what I mean? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Like, it's some real creepy-ish when motherfuckers, will just pretty much press up on a woman until she's like, feels, I don't want to say like she has to, but maybe afraid to say no. You know what I mean? Like, is that what Irv did to Ashanti? Was it that mixed with the fact that she, was trying to get her career off the ground, and, Irv might have, like, we see how he's acting now. She don't want to talk to him, and he's like just ishing all over her in the media, won't release the masters, just bugging, like back then, maybe we would have never even heard of Ashanti. Like, Irv Gotti, for real, you're a creep, bruh. You know what I mean? Like, real talk, guys. Comment and let me know if you guys agree that Irv Gotti is the ultimate weirdo in hip-hop right now. One of the ultimate weirdos, right? But people, these are some of the reactions people are putting out there. This individual who was reacting, we heard in that clip, said Irv is sick. Someone said Irv Gotti has a really fascinating career arc and story and had a real chance to redeem the Murder Inc. legacy, and he's choosing to ruin it all by being a dweeb about Ashanti. For real, y'all. Like, I can't even believe who's behind this documentary. You know, like, is Irv executive of this whole ish? Because if not, if there's someone else, you know, with some kind of final say on this, that's like, and they didn't tell Irv, yo, we got to cut that out. You know what I mean? You're going to sound like a real creepy old man offender or something like that. I don't know. Can y'all believe that made it into the documentary? Irv a weirdo. I mean, it's good it did, though, so we know what kind of creep we're dealing with. Then the same individual, this is David Dennis Jr., he said, for example, they made a real compelling argument about reframing how we look at their feud with 50, and nobody is talking about it. It's all about his obsession with a woman out of his league from 20 years ago who is paying him dust in 2022. Mommy Finger said something about Irv Gotti gives me delusional, I think she meant to say vibes. I don't know if I believe his relationship storyline about Ashanti. I'm sure they were fooling around, but I think he was the only one in a relationship. For real. Irv, Irv is the biggest lame in hip-hop. Weirdo and lame right now. The fact that Ashanti won't claim him is so upsetting to Irv Gotti because it confirms what he likely knows deep down, that Ashanti was always the asset and he was always the liability. Lord, take Irv the perv Gotti. He's ready. Someone said this dude Irv Gotti need to get off Ashanti. Ugh. Ashanti needs to place a restraining order on Irv Gotti. That man is beyond obsessed for real, y'all. Surviving Irv, I'm ready to tell my story. Hashtag Ashanti. Yo, we could really see that, guys. You got, like, for real, think about this, y'all. With the way this story is played out in the media recently about Irv Gotti, and now we see this and we see the way he's been acting, you think someone isn't going to reach out to Ashanti and want to see her side of this things, you know, like what the real deal was? But honestly, I don't think Ashanti would really do it. She doesn't even want to acknowledge that any of this ish ever happened. She seems flat out ashamed and disgusted. Someone said Ashanti. Oh, we already read that one. Irv has to let this Ashanti situation go. Why they even keep asking him questions about her. I low-key don't even want to watch the Ink documentary because why the fuck is Irv so obsessed with Ashanti? He weird as fuck. I'm glad I'm not watching that ish. That's why Ashanti said she didn't want to participate in a Murder Inc. doc as much ish Irv Gotti done to her and how bad she can't stand him. I wouldn't want to do anything that involves him. Irv Gotti is a disgusting, disrespectful ass motherfucker. And would say Irv is sick. Murder Inc. story, BET. Yeah, like, real talk, guys. Irv Gotti, like, it's just all bad. I mean, what more can I say? I pretty much said it all. So y'all comment, let me know. Listen to this clip, though, from a recent interview. Irv said, the one thing you got to know about me, I'm cool in my gangster. I'm cool with who I am as a person. That gives me the ability to talk about things that the normal person won't talk about. I don't care. It's my truth. It's my life. It's my story. This is what happened. Well, you're a weirdo, Irv. You know, flat out delusional, y'all. You know, these creepy type individuals, for real, they're sick in the head a lot of times. They don't even know how weird and creepy they come off. It's quite disturbing and just flat out preposterous, y'all. Moving along to some quick other news, guys. This is one of those stories as I always speak about, like certain ish. You know, I'll keep it a buck with y'all if it's something I really dug into to bring y'all the content, or it's just something I'm just flat out reacting to off the rip. I don't know if you guys seen these reports coming out on social media talking about how old 113 million year old dinosaur tracks, like footprints, were found in Texas because there's some kind of drought going on. This got to be fake, right, guys? Like, is that real? That, like, the dinosaur prints would be in the ground, and then, like, wouldn't they have disintegrated away over the years or been filled in? Like, I don't understand it. There's a drought, and then, like, all of a sudden you can just see the tracks again. Is that how it works? Does that make sense to y'all? I'm confused by this. Let me know what you guys think. And then to close this video out here, guys, it's like it's a little gaming, and then at the same time, NFL, like gaming history / NFL. As we know, the NFL season is on the way, and I love bringing NFL content. So if you fuck with football content, stay tuned. We're going to be talking it all season long, live streams where you can call in. It's going to be dope, man. But with the season approaching, I don't know if you guys saw this clip, a little highlight reel of Barry Sanders doing his thing, just breaking ankles, man. The way that guy could cut on a dime was just amazing. It was being shared on the timeline again, so I just wanted to react and reflect on it with y'all. And it's just so crazy to think about Barry Sanders, how early this guy retired. You know what I mean? Like, if Barry didn't retire and continue to push on, he would have definitely moved up that all-time leading rusher list. I mean, he made some headway on it, even retiring early. You know what I mean? Like, this guy was simply amazing. And I know you guys see some of the other clips in there from Tecmo Bowl, the reason. And again, guys, let me know if you're interested in gaming stuff as well. But the reason I featured that in there, that shows Bo Jackson. And you'll see some other little clips too, where it's the animations from the original Tecmo Bowl. Like, I know a lot of y'all probably fluck with that Tecmo Bowl, man. That's a classic. But it shows like Lynch, J.J. Watt, a lot of current players. Online, there's like modded games where they still do updated rosters online, and there's leagues and everything. Like, Tecmo Bowl got a following like that. But you'll also see the clip of the Bo Jackson commercial where they did the little play on Tecmo Bowl, and he jumps into the Kia Sorento and everything like that. That was a pretty clever ad, dope marketing there by Kia. I thought that was lit. I was flucking with that. And I think they premiered that joint during the Super Bowl. But the reason I share that is because, that commercial was based off an old kind of, I don't want to call it a joke, but it was funny that Bo Jackson and Barry Sanders were like unstoppable in Tecmo Bowl. You could go back 50 yards, cut all over the place. They were unstoppable. And another player who is just like that, gets left out of the conversation, is, of course, Thurman Thomas of my Buffalo Bills. You heard? He was unstoppable as well. But when they had actual competitive Tecmo Bowl commercial or tournaments, you were not allowed to play with those guys, because it just was like a cheat code, more or less. Like, real talk, for real. Comment and let me know if y'all were aware of that, if y'all flucked with the Tecmo Bowl, your thoughts about Barry Sanders, Thurman, Bo Jackson, all that. Let's discuss it all in the comments. I thank you guys again for tuning in. I know I covered a lot on this one, but that's how we gotta rock sometimes, man. Coffee be having a lot of ish to do, so when we tap in, we gotta tap into the fullest. So let's talk. 1090 Jake, Hassan Campbell is Hassan Cloud Chasing. What's your thoughts about all that? Irv the Perv, looking like a straight up weirdo out here. Dinosaur footprints in Texas, and this Tecmo Bowl-ish and Barry, all that. Let's talk below. Don't forget to subscribe. Stay tuned. More videos. Coffee coming. It's coffee. I'm about here, y'all. Peace.